your brain did not evolve, I not say design, did not evolve to help you thrive. The way the human brain evolved was to help it survive. That's a human being. So imagine that you came before your food.
As in,
Like you came before apple. You came before rice. You came before you will die.
Oh God, will kill you.
Right.
Hello everyone, my name is Aruliwa and welcome to another episode of the BTV podcast. With me here is Prof. Okay, no, scratch that. Coach Emeka is an integrative life coach. I fondly call him Prof because everything about him speaks Prof. Profi. So Profi, can we meet you?
All right, it's good to be here. My name is Coach Emeka. I'm an integrative psychotherapist. I'm a certified life coach, a psychologist, a psychotherapist, a management consultant. I'm a lot of things. But I guess to sum everything I do, I just help people. I help people, I help organizations get better.
Even the voice, man, is like it. God!
Are you kidding?
Okay, Prof. So today we're going to be talking about life mapping. And like we were saying before we got here, like this just came from place of prayer, and I don't know why life mapping is coming at this time. You know how we have a lot, the wheel of life, it's a whole lot, and trying to balance all of these things. For someone like me, I used to have this limiting belief of if you have a career person, maybe your marriage is going to suffer at some point, and at some point that was really holding me down because I was feeling like maybe one just has to suffer before I saw the light, right?
Okay.
So a lot of things for people: business, career, marriage, finances, health, recreation, and rest. And how do you balance all of these things to make sense, perfect sense? How do you make sure that everything works together and it aligns perfectly well?
All right, awesome. Thank God you saw the light first. All right, but the human being, right? You're the English word now. You're a collection of a lot of things. This human being, your body right now, if you know how many things are happening in sync at the moment, you'll be shocked at how organized your body is. And a lot of different activities are going on, but all of them can function in the same way. What I'm trying to say is, as a being, right? As a being, you are a composite of different functions, and all of those different functions are aligned in such a way that there is order. You cannot, if I were to go into the whole biology of how you're breathing, and then your heart is beating, and then your lungs are working, and then you can see, and then because you're seeing, you're taking information via your eyes, your brain is processing those informations, and then it's helping you think of what to say next, and like what you're going to say after what you say next, what you're going to do after what you do next. Your hands are moving, you're not even thinking. Your leg is moving, you're not thinking. Your head is moving, you're not thinking. I'm saying there's a lot of things that's held in balance just with this person sitting here. So that goes to say that you can actually keep everything in balance outside this system. It begins with belief. That look, wait. If I believe that, like you before you saw the lights, that if I have one thing going well for me, then other things will suffer. That's what's going to happen. Basically, because now this is it. Because your belief would not necessarily because you can keep those things in balance. No, but because your belief would allow you to choose certain actions that creates that imbalance. So it is not the fact that you have a job and then you have that's making everything. It's because you believe, and then your belief is saying choose this action so that one will suffer. Not strict like that, but every time you act based off your belief, you're going to get the result of your belief, because you always become what you believe. It doesn't matter how much life has given to you, how much you throw at you. It is what you believe that you become.
Sure.
All right. So it begins first with your belief that, okay, fine, I can hold everything in balance because as a being, I'm composite of different functions that are held in balance. As I'm talking to you, a lot of things are happening that can happen separately, but they are all happening within me at the same time. and you cannot. My body is not giving off the fact that there is chaos. My body is not giving off the fact that look, hey, his heart is beating, his lung is beating. Can you understand? The network of veins in my body alone, and this is proven, is much more versatile than the network of streets in the world. I'm not saying cities or countries, streets.
The world.
Streets. That's a network of veins.
Wow.
Right? And it is, my body is not saying, hey, you see how we carry that blood? No, we're going to carry that food. So with all of that diversity happening within me, my body can hold that system, hold everything together. It goes to speak to the fact that look, every chaos that is happening outside of me is created by me. It's not created by the system. So first, if we're going to have that balance, you've got to first believe you can have it. Thank God you saw the light. Now, when you believe you can have it, then you know what is the balance? What do I want to balance? What am I seeing in my career? What am I seeing in my marriage? What am I seeing in my finances? What am I seeing in my relationships? What am I seeing in my network? What am I seeing in my health and wellness? What am I seeing? What can I see? And you must understand that what you're seeing is a subset of what you believe. Again,
so it just...
It's a cycle.
Yeah, it is.
Right. So, it's funny. If I can see right, then I can now choose a set of actions that will take me in that direction. When we talk about balance, people think it is, and that's what the word really means, everything equal. But realistically, that doesn't happen.
Or that everything is going smoothly.
Yeah, everything is going smoothly too. Doesn't really happen. Realistically, you're looking for harmony. You're looking for see, not everything's equal. I woke up this morning, there was food in the fridge, there's gonna be food tomorrow, my boss is just nice, my bank account is just loaded.
That's money.
That is not realistic. Realistic is I wake up this morning, I have to make breakfast. I figure, I'm running out of sugar, I'm running out of milk, I'm running out of cream, so I know things I need to purchase on my way back. Realistic is when I purchase, there's a drop in my bank balance. Wow, I need to earn a little more. So that's realistic. Realistic is I can see everything, even if they are not equal.
Does that mean that on top of these things, I have control over these things? Is that what it means?
It means that I know what I have control over and what I don't have control over. But I can see, I have this, right? So how do I explain this? I drove here. My car has a dashboard. That dashboard tells me how my car is performing per time. That dashboard does not hold all the different parts, but it gives me a snapshot that look here. If I blink a light here, then something is wrong with this part of your car.
Yeah.
Right? So it's almost like you as a human being have that dashboard. My car can keep running even if I have a check engine light on. It is notifying me that I need to check my engine. If not, the car will break down. Now what I do after that notification would ensure that I continue to stay on top of how my car functions. So it's like you have a dashboard of your life. Like I gave you the illustration. I went into the pantry this morning to make breakfast and I discovered I'm running out of eggs, I'm running out of pomegranate. That's an indicator. I'm running out of basic provision. What would I do with that information? Now, let me give you two scenarios. One person will say, hey, there's no milk, there's no egg. What will we eat tomorrow? Jesus, I'm dying.
I think I'm cute. Especially when it comes to food.
And now guess this. The moment the person starts on that note, it trickles into every other thing. As the person is going to remembering, hey, there's no bread, there's no milk. So when he meets a client, there's no bread, there's no milk. That impacts that engagement. So you're wearing a gloom. Your dashboard had given you a signal. It's intelligence. So what do I do now? On my way back, how much do I have? What can I shop for? What can I buy with what I have and have some little left over? Then I can have breakfast tomorrow. Because I still have a job, or I still have a business. I still have something I do to earn money. I still need to keep my system unclogged so that when I get to where I need to make money,
I can deliver.
thank you very much. So the signals that are coming from your dashboard, they're not supposed to put you under pressure. They're supposed to give you intelligence as to what you do next. So, okay, do you need to park this car and check something?
But Prof, it requires a very high level of emotional intelligence for you to do this.
Exactly.
I was saying it before you came in. I was sharing with my team guys, and I was telling them that Prof is one of those people that will tell you no, and he's smiling, and he's not going to do that thing. And you're all over the place saying, "Ah, Prof," I say, "Oh no, I will not do that." Though. And I'm like, "How can you be that calm? You're giving me a negative answer. You don't want to do this thing. You don't think you want to do it. You're still calm, and you're doing this thing."
Our biggest gift in life, and that's a gift that the Maker gave us, the gift of choice. Oftentimes we frustrate ourselves when we refuse to use it. To say no, right? No is a complete sentence.
Yes, it is.
It's like saying yes. You see how simple it was for you to say yes, it is. It's so simple to say no, it isn't. Why? Because I can't do it. Don't you understand that I have looked at all the possibilities? This one does not work. It's not that I am saying I won't do it. It's not a possibility right at this moment. When the time comes for me to do it, if the possibility so presents itself, I will follow through. But right now, going by my reality, and this is how life works, you ought to be able to. So there is ideal, there is something I'm looking for, there is my picture, the things I have seen, and then there is the real, what's happening at the moment. Oftentimes, hi, oftentimes it is the ideal that we see and we superimpose upon the real. So there is my ideal, there is me. I'm supposed to walk from where I am to that ideal. What most people do is they bring that ideal and they superimpose it upon the real. So there is no place to choose. They are living in La La Land. They are exactly
Cinderella
right. Exactly. So that's where the problem comes from. So when you're doing that, you're not choosing. You're living a lie. And that lie is your truth. You know what I'm saying? That lie is what you're chasing. That's why you're jumping from one thing to the other. Realistically, what can you do? I know where I'm going to. Where am I? From this place that I am, what can I do? What can I not do? And I remove all the stress from myself. Because it is even stress that makes it hard for you to achieve anything. What why?
It's even stress that makes it hard for you to achieve anything.
What why? You're struggling. You're running through everything at the same time. All right.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. But I just want us to like break this down.
All right.
So we're talking about life mapping and life designing, making sure that everything syncs, and you're in control of these things. You know what you can, control and what you can't control, like you stately mentioned. But what would be like these steps? So let's say that I'm fresh out of school, and now I'm in the real shiggy, like like we call it now. No more mommy has to pay the bill. I'm done with service and all of those things, and I need to plan my life. How do I plan my life in such a way that it makes sense?
All right. Okay. So the assumption first is that you know what you should be doing with your life before you can plan. That's the assumption.
That was safe deal.
So I would skip that assumption because that assumption.
I just so we want to assume that you know what to do with your life.
Because if you don't know, what are you planning? So the assumption is you already have an idea what your life should be about. You already have an idea what meaning your life should hold. So you're already you know what direction to go forward. So that's the assumption. Because if that assumption is not here, that's what we should be talking about first. Now, so you have that assumption. This is where my life should go, and you ask yourself, what are the components of that life? What are the things I like to see in that life? I would have said you should start with belief, but you need a picture to believe. You need to see something first that you believe, right? And it's not cast in stone. Right? You can believe before you see the picture. You can believe for a balanced life, a harmonious life. You can believe for a beautiful life. As a matter of fact, you have to believe for that first, really. You have to believe that life would answer to you. I teach teens church. I remember Yeah, just last Sunday we were talking about. Sorry, I'm a church boy.
Oh, that's fine. By all means.
We're talking about Genesis, and then there is this. We're trying to understand why everything came before man. And a lot of teenagers still are crazy. They just treat the question, wait, why? But we're supposed to be superior to everything. So why did God make everything before us? And I'm like, guys, let's guess. Let's all guess. And I'm like, yes, and maybe because God didn't want us to suffer. Yeah, yes, now. God wanted us to have, wait first now. No, we're supposed to come before everything. And another one said, okay, imagine that you came before your food.
As in,
You came before apple. You came before rice. You came before wheat. You will die.
Oh, God will kill you.
Alright. So if we were to go back to the very beginning, oh my God.
So maybe the original plan of God is that we just, flex, wise,
my Lord,
soft life.
Very soft. Well, everything is the plan of God. Even where we are now is still planned. Anyway, but that's not the gist. My gist is you have to first believe that your life can be everything you want it to be. Everything you want it to be. Right? And then you now say, okay, what is this everything? What do I want in my career? What do I want in my relationships? What do I want in my finances? What do I want? If you ask sample, and this is something I've done quite a number of times, if you ask people what they want, half of the time they don't know. They can articulate it. But if you ask them what they don't want, oh my God, they will wax eloquent. In fact, they will paint you a picture you cannot forget in a rush.
Yeah,
why?
Right.
We know what we don't want.
But do we know what we want?
This is a terrible thing. Your brain did not evolve, and not say design, did not evolve to help you thrive. The way the human brain evolved was to help it survive. That's a human being. Survival is predicated upon the presence of danger. So when you say what you don't want, this is what your brain is helping you do. Look for all of those things, all the things that you do not want. Let's be identifying them in our environment. Why? Because if we help her survive it, we'll be doing our biggest function. I don't know if you follow that.
Which is survival.
Exactly. So when you focus on, when you know all the things you don't want, you engage your entire system to look for it so that you work to avoid it.
As against working with what you want.
So you see, most people on their life are working to avoid what they don't want.
The now, especially the social medias, put a lot of pressure on people.
Yeah,
I remember what my friend was playing a video yesterday, and she was saying how a vendor was saying she sold out. I said, don't be surprised that this person has not sold anything, and we just busted into laughter. And it's because people see these things, and now instead of get hope, envy comes out of it. It's like, she's not just a 20-year-old girl. Why she's going to Dubai and me? I've never left Lagos, so I've never left Abuja. But yeah, it makes perfect sense. Thank you so much, Prof, for insight. Do you have any words of wisdom? You're the prof. Do you have any words of wisdom before we leave?
Alright, so this is what I'm going to say in closing. And I've been thinking about it for a while. We live in a world where people actually spend so much time trying to show you they have what they don't have. I realized that
spot on.
If you put all your resources into actually being what you pretend to be, you won't need to pretend
at all.
So the most powerful thing any young person can have, any human being can have now, is a desire to stay true to what they are saying. Put all your resources into becoming what everybody else is pretending to be. And you will not need
to pretend.
Just a period of time.
Yeah. Give yourself time. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, mine is full already. Chai. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Yes. Bye.